Welcome to the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. Our feature match is Jasmin Ouschan versus Margarita Fefilova-Styer. This is Ada Leo, and I'm joined in the booth by Dean Raisler.
How you doing there, Ada?
I'm good. Unfortunately, I'm out of the tournament. Such a tough field. We have 64 ladies from around the world, 17 different countries representing. It's really a stacked event.
Some would say the strongest ever.
So the ladies will be lagging for the break, and then after that, we'll be going over the match rules. Looks like Jasmin has won the break here, or the lag and the right to break. So let's go over the match rules. So this is a lag for the first break. There's an alternates break format. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom two pockets. The 9-ball is on the spot. There's no break box. The opponent racks. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and cue ball fouls only. So, quick tidbit on Jasmin Ouschan. She is born in Klagenfeld, Austria, and her first event was a Q-Tech Q Classics in Florida in 2002. Highest ranking of number 1, and her current WPBA ranking is 29. So this is an elimination match. So one of these ladies will be out of the tournament. So
normally you wouldn't see this match till about 9 through 12, if possible, even worse. But with the 64 field, with the top 32 seeded, Jasmin ended up drawing Kelly because we're lower, 29 rankings. How that happened? Because Jasmin didn't only play a couple events, so she didn't have as much points, and that's why her ranking dropped.
How crazy is that?
It's not supposed to happen, but you can't change the ranking rules midstream either. Jasmin's a top 5 player probably.
For sure. So Jasmin did a really nice break. What we're looking for with the 9-ball on the spot is to have the one kind of shoot into one of the side pockets and then have a good spread. So there is still some traffic in the bottom left corner here that she's got to navigate. And I'm thinking she's going to be pushing out because she doesn't have a good look on this 2-ball.
Right.
So her opponent is Margarita Fefilova-Styer, originally born in Belarus and currently resides in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Her first event is a WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters 2022 here. Highest ranking is number 2 and current WPBA ranking is number 2. So I expect a really fantastic match.
Yeah, this is one of those that could go quickly or be fought right down to the last ball.
Well, I'm sure these ladies have encountered each other in Europe many, many times. They both have a stellar career as juniors, and I'm sure it's going to be like a neck-and-neck situation.
Yeah, we hope for it anyway.
So that was a pretty good push. I think pushing is quite an art. You don't want to give an obvious shot to your opponent, but you don't also want to kind of push into a cluster where they can save you back. So this is kind of in between her, and she decides to give it back.
So she had 60 seconds after the break. If you think, well, they're on the clock and it took a little extra, then when she gave it back, then Jasmin has 40 and the clock is set up at 40 seconds.
Correct. And then when it's hill, then the ladies get 2 extensions. You're allowed 1 extension per rack.
Mm-hmm.
So it's looking like it's a tactical safety battle for this rack.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those first games that takes a while, but she does get time to go get her jump cue, and the clock would stop for that. Just also would stop for if there's a player on the next table that you're waiting for, or you need to get a bridge, stuff like that. But with this way we set up the tables, there's an extra couple foot on each side of the stream table, so that doesn't come into play too much where you're waiting for somebody.
Well, it's so nice to see the fans at this event. We have an amateur event alongside this.
Some guy named Dr. Poole.
Yeah, Dr. Poole.
He might have been here a while, since 1999, I think it was.
So we have quite a crowd, and as we head into the weekend, today's Friday, we are playing until Sunday, and we have a lot of live stream going on today. So we started the day with a 10, 12, now this is 2 o'clock. We also have a 4 o'clock, a 7, and 9. So plenty of matches for you to watch.
The fans here are getting a real treat because they dropped the entry fee to get in to watch. $15, no taxes, no fees. She's introducing another group. If you guys can hear that, I can hear it. Probably can't.
I don't think the audience can hear ambient
Okay,
outside noise.
gotcha.
They're focused on us speaking.
Well, they probably wish they had noise then.
Just stop that.
That's me. I wasn't meant for you.
Apparently, I've been doing okay with the commentary. So
Yeah, that's what
if
I've
you
been
enjoy listening to us speaking and want to support free streams, please like, share, and follow this stream. We are something new going on with this tournament is that we are on Amazon Prime Video. We are also on Billiards TV, and of course, YouTube at WPBA Billiards channel. Make sure you set up your notifications so you get notified whenever we go online. I don't think the safety was as effective as Margarita hoped for, because now everything's pretty wide open, and Jasmin has an open shot.
Yeah, just kind of make that first one. The rest is a lot easier.
Amateur champion in 2022, USAM runner-up. For sponsors are BTR Custom Views, Team Straight Pool Eye, and Iman
The Soaring Eagle started supporting the WPBA in January of 2000.
That long?
Yeah, Steve Tipton had called me about September that year and asked me if there's any of my casinos would be interested in taking on the national championship, it was called at that time. And I said, well, give me a half hour, I'll get back to you. And I immediately called Soaring Eagle and talked to the guys here, and they asked how much will it cost, and I told them, and we had a deal in no time because I did amateur tournaments, big ones back then. And they thought that would be really cool. Here it is, 2025, and we're still here.
Wow, that's 25 years being at Soaring Eagle.
There were some interruptions in between.
Okay.
There were some CEOs that didn't like pool for whatever reason, so we were out for a while and then back. But I was going to text Christy, the administrative assistant, today and tell her how many consecutive years is it, because it's got to be like 11 or 12 or more that we've been here, you know. And,
So Jasmin previously did a really nice defensive shot. She didn't get ideal position. She bumped into the 9-ball by accident. And so she just decided, I'm not going to risk it and try to go for this crazy cut shot. So these ladies are going to be playing a very high level tactical battle. If they don't see something that they like, they're going to play a defense. So I'm looking forward to watching this.
so she leaves her long again here. And it's like you said, you called it right after the first shot. This could be a little cat and mouse going on here just to get that first win, which is important.
Well, I yesterday commentated Jasmin and Kelly, and there was a lot of cat and mouse in that match too. It was really nice to see Kelly's game evolve from just straight up shooting to having that diversity and variety. Because once you encounter these ladies at such a high level, they can do everything.
Right.
So you don't want to give them an open table and an opportunity to just run the rack on you.
So this is a little bit of an opening here for Jasmin. Keep the cue ball down on this end, and 6, 7, and 9. So
Yeah, she just needs to keep it simple. These tables are still running very quickly. And then the diamond tables, the shelf on the corners are very deep. So you don't hit it with the right pace and the right pureness of your stroke, it's going to rattle.
you can see a row of fans behind them. Then we have the next section up. This is a tiered room where it goes all the way up to the top. There's 4 tiers. And each level, you know, on this one, of course, we have risers and seating in that, and another row of right on the rail. So there's quite a bit of seating up there. The VIP seating goes around the arena. But like I was saying, each tier, it's like when I'm doing the tournaments, there can be people above sitting on the general admission side up there watching the big first tier, and all the way down, it's like you can see it all. It's a very unique room. They use it for obviously concerts in the wintertime.
Would you say that in all your years of organizing and promoting events, this is your favorite location?
It's my favorite for a number of reasons, but that's one of them. Dave Pearson from Pearson Q's comes here and does the VNEA tournament, which I broker in April, and he told me like 3-4 years ago, he says, Dean, he says, this is the best venue in pool, he would tell me.
Really?
Just goes all over everywhere.
It is a big room, so they also do a very good job with the viewing, and the spectators are able to see all 8 tables happening at the same time.
Yeah, and they improved the lighting about 2.5, 3 years ago, and so I don't have to hang lights. Of course, with the WPBA, we hang our lights. We have Littman lights this week, so.
Well, the lighting is very good. I can
Yeah.
see everything. So great job to the venue. So just wanted to check in on live scores.
Probably not a lot yet.
We've got a few matches finishing. We actually got one match finishing from the previous round, and that's Debbie Tykert versus Angela Janik. Debbie Tykert's up 6-5. And then in this round, we have Mina Tani versus Ashley Rice. Ashley Rice is up 1-0. Shui Chang is up 1-0 against Lisa Cassette. Luki Barlu is 2-0 against Rachel Lang. Billy Billing and Lori John Brown 0-0. And then Bean Menshaha and Hung is 2-0 against Janet Atwell. So everything is on digitalpool.com. If you want to follow the progress of your favorite player, go to the tournaments tab, type in WPBA, look for the Soaring Eagle Masters, and then you could see the bracket, check out their performance, click on the live scores so that you can follow along and support your players.
I think Jasmin clicked the score. I was waiting for it to change there. Must be having difficulty with it. Yep. Tablets are good when they work.
Again, with some congestion in the lower left section here.
Yep. Table's leaning. Just kidding. There it came up.
Although I think she's able to see the 2-ball.
Great view. I like this. I like it a lot.
She needs to decide, like, does she bump this 9-ball because she's got to set up for this 3-ball next? And we are using the Aramith black set, so watch out for the colors of the ball. It's a purple 4, pink 4 and purple 5.
Yeah, that's going to take a lot of people by surprise, I'm sure.
Yeah, so pink before purple.
Let's see what she's got planned next. She's going to play safe and roll up.
Yeah, I think she has to play safe right now. She got a little bit too much rotation there, but fortunately for her, she's got some blockers. Wow, I think it's jail time for Jasmin. I like this play here. So there is no 3-point rule on the break. We just are having the 9-ball on the spot and hit the balls as hard as you can in this particular format. Of course, you have your standard 3 foul rules. Basically, everything that you normally see in 9-ball is the same. The only thing is if you were to pocket the 9-ball on the break, it doesn't count on the bottom 2 corners.
Right.
Well, Jasmin was able to kick out of that situation, but has left Margarita an open shot with a pretty much open table here. So one of the things I enjoy watching Margarita do is her pre-shot routine. She has very strong fundamentals. You saw how she got behind the ball. She pointed to the table. She's giving herself a visual of where she wants to land. It's so huge in 9-ball, and also making sure that you have an angle. You rarely see like a straight-in shot in 9-ball unless that's the only type of shot available.
Yeah. Kind of taught all your life to get good shape, be straight in, but in reality, that's not where you want to be.
Well, I mean, this is where each game has different patterns. It's just really familiarizing yourself with the format. I know most people start playing 8 ball and they keep it simple. Everything's a little stop shot, but not the same with 9 ball. 9 ball, it really is telling if you have a pure stroke, if you have good table awareness and planning, and be able to get on the correct side of the ball. Are you running your 3 ball patterns? So something about the scoreboard I want to explain. So you see a 3-digit number next to the players' names that represents their Fargo rate. So we have Margarita Fefilova at 733 and Jasmin Ouschan is at 753. I anticipate this is a pretty close match with Jasmin getting a slight edge. And then the parentheses number is the rate. So we are racing to 8 in this particular match.
Yeah, all the matches are 8 into the one match final, which goes to 10.
Right. It's an
On
extended
Sunday.
race to 10.
Yep.
It is not double elimination in the finals.
Right.
And do we bring back the top 6 in Sunday?
I believe it's 4. I didn't, actually look ahead, but I'm pretty sure we've been doing 4 lately on the 64. Double check that.
I think it depends on the room and the format too.
Yeah, I mean, when we were doing the 80-player fields, I think it had to be 6 because you just had so many extra matches. And
So there on the screen, you get to see our scorekeeper, Bob Raymond. He's sitting to the right of Jasmin Ouschan. He's going to be in charge of making sure these ladies are adhering to the 40-second shot clock.
we actually hooked up, we had just a regular clock type thing, a digital clock. Now we've hooked up to a television and have a different, like a wind down bar, which I think works better.
Hi, it's Chanel Lorraine, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
That was Chanel Lorraine, one of our players here, hoping to get a chance to commentate with her. She is a lovely guest commentator.
She's commentating at 4, I believe, right?
Right,
She told
with
me.
Caroline.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, so we've got several new faces where they're commentating for the first time because they're dipping their toes in to the commentary booth. I'm sure that the fans appreciate getting a chance to know all the different players on the tour and learn from them as far as like how they would dissect the table. So it's been a really good experience.
Well, you're going to have to take credit because you're the one that's organizing the commentators, so I thank you for that.
Oh, I appreciate that. I like to network, and the ladies seem to want to commentate with me or commentate with Lonnie because she is the voice of the stream.
Right. Yeah, between Bob and Lonnie, they do a lot for the tour. We bought a trailer last year, and Bob's got it all fixed up now. We're having a arena built over in Wisconsin. We're going to use it first at the Worlds.
That'll be very exciting. So yes, our next event will be the WPA World 8-Ball Championships over at Oneida Casino in Green Bay, Wisconsin, July 4th weekend. So if you want to make sure you get your tickets and see these ladies, 64 ladies from around the world, including 21 Americans, please go.
Yeah, we got, I think, 28 something like countries represented, and we're very excited. Of course, I've been working on that nonstop with Ray Skinador from the Oneida Tribe, and P-Shower Q is our partner, the WPBA's partner. We have Ouschan tables, brand new Ouschan tables being built, one-piece slate. That'll be their first time in use at that event, and we're doing a bunch of stuff, bunch of good, just different stuff, and the field is full, and you can find the tickets on WPBA.com under tickets. Got the link to Eventbrite. You can purchase advance tickets and reserve them. I went in this morning and actually made multi-day tickets, 5, 4, and 3-day multi-day purchases because then you only get one fee. Makes them a lot more, plus they're discounted and you get one fee, so there's quite a savings.
But I think what's most exciting is that we have a world championship event in 8-ball. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Most of our events are 9-ball, 10-ball.
Yep.
It's really rare to see an 8-ball event played at a high level by the ladies.
They've been telling me The first one ever. They went way back in the history books.
I feel like I don't know my history for pool, so
Yeah,
I would
you and
defer
me
to
both.
Christy.
You and me both. But yeah, Christy and everybody that we checked, nobody could come up with anything.
Or it looks like Jasmin did not want to get shape where she has to treetop over this 8-ball and has to use the bridge. But fortunately, like she just doesn't have to do much. Make sure she strokes through this smoothly.
Might be using an extension here. If she gets any closer to it. There it goes, right there.
Yep. She needs an extension. This is a tricky shot.
Get it? Little gnat flying around here, bothering us. That was pretty good.
Very nicely done by Jasmin using the bridge as technique. So if you want to go back to the videotape here, because we have all our matches on YouTube, and then check out her technique. It's perfect.
So we have a 4 o'clock, then we have a little bit of a break, and then we do 2 more rounds tonight at 7 and 9.
Yes, the winner of this match plays again at 9 o'clock.
7 o'clock round, I was telling the audience there before that your head will be moving really quickly because we have all 16 winners playing on the 8 tables. You won't know which one to watch.
Oh, so you were saying that the audience will have whiplash?
Yep, pretty much. We tried to get some last minute insurance, but it was denied.
All right.
Jasmin takes a 2-1 lead, and you're going to do some business.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
You just saw our ICA commercial there. One of the new sponsors we had this year.
Yeah, they're a really great training tool. I was able to check them out last year. The first time I saw it was out Palmetto in Charleston, South Carolina. Unfortunately, that pool hall no longer exists, but that was a great opportunity for me to check out the training tool. It's basically like a laser system, and you get to understand like how much speed, where to aim the ball, and what you're trying to accomplish with each drill. So I was very interested in like a safety drill and get better at different safeties in Nineball. So very helpful. Margarita to break.
Yeah, you talked about the one ball inside. You just missed it that time.
It was very close.
She hung it. Oh, it went in the corner.
That could be a technique. Miss the side pocket and get in the corner.
Just barely got there.
She has a long shot on this 2-ball and some traffic in the middle here. Of course, if she doesn't like this shot, she could always play safe and use those wall of balls as blockers. I think Margarita's still trying to get settled in. Early racks, you may see some things that are uncharacteristic as the ladies are both getting acclimated to the play. That's one of the great things about pool is you have momentum shifts in the game. So one opponent could be shooting lights out in the beginning, and then at some point the tables will turn and the opponent shooting lights out. So exciting, so much drama. People don't realize.
We are here at Soaring Eagle Casino Resort in Mount Pleasant, Michigan for the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters.
So Jasmin just did something that I do not recommend. Is she kind of popped up after her shot, and that caused the ball to hang. She did get shaped for the 3-ball, so you really need to focus on trying to stay down, maybe counting 1, 2 before getting back up, just so that you don't accidentally or inadvertently change the trajectory of the ball. Oh no, that was
unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Too much spin there. She spun it right in. Now it's ball in hand for Jasmin. So some other events coming up. We have in August, we're heading to Denver, Colorado to Felt Billiards to play in a
Colorado Classic. they call it.
Colorado. Yep. And then we have in October, Borderline Billiards in Bristol, Tennessee, Janet's room. And November, we're going to Rail Yard in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you everyone for joining. Please like, share, and follow. And make sure you spread the word. We're growing our video capabilities where now we have Amazon Prime Video. So exciting.
No, I'm tired. I don't want. I'm gonna turn it over a little.
So Jasmine's got to figure out, does she want to draw this or go around? Looks like she's taking the draw option, keeping it very simple. And this is more natural. This shot comes up all the time. You got to make sure you hit it with a good pace, but not overhit it, thinking that you have to go 2 rails. And it's actually less. Less is more a lot of times in pool.
I think it's a pretty good name, actually. I like it.
So Jasmine's looking very comfortable in this match. Still very early, so momentum shifts can happen at any time. Keeping it simple. If you watch these players, that's what they do best. And that's what I'm doing here, is learning from the best. And we have joining me in the booth, Lonnie Fox Raymond. I'd like to thank Dean Racer for joining me. And he's going to go out and mingle and do his promoter stuff. So welcome back, Lonnie.
Thanks. How's everybody doing? Seems like, let me get acclimated into this match. Jasmine's up 3-1 over Margarita.
I'm thinking Margarita's playing a little tense here. She's looking a little uncomfortable, made a few positional errors here. And the last shot, she tried to jump a shot that Jasmin put her in safe and then followed it right in. So we will see what happens if the tables will turn mid-match and it'll go in more Margarita's favor.
Yeah. So I would say that there's some tension in this match. These ladies are running into each other fairly early. Jasmin played Kelly, lost to Kelly last night. Now she's trying to freight train her way through the B side to get back. This is one of her favorite events, and she's won this event more times than anyone, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine that Margarita's a little tense drawing into such a monster early on the B side.
So many monsters in this tournament.
Oh, she just slayed up the 2-9 combination.
Wow, check out that look. She needs to be playing the lottery.
She put a little wave up to Margarita. Because she knows, I mean, if the 9-ball comes out of the pack and ends up sitting good for you, I mean, there's not much you can do about that. But you got to shoot it, right? So
You have to go for this.
absolutely.
So anybody who wants to attend our events, a lot of our event tickets will be available on our website, WPBA.com. We are selling event tickets for our next event, which is WPA World 8-Ball Championships at the Oneida Casino in Green Bay, Wisconsin, July 4th weekend. And we usually don't put up the ticket links till a few weeks before the next event. So just stay tuned and check out the website.
Yeah, and I want to make sure too that people understand that I'm not 1,000%. There may be some information on how to get tickets to Felt, but I do think the pool room controls those ticket sales.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like sometimes the pool room does, or sometimes we do.
But they'll still put the information up for sure on our website.
Correct.
All right, everybody. So it looks like Margarita's decided to take her break. You guys, we're going to throw a small commercial about the World Championships coming up. The WPBA will be producing. No? Oh, are we not allowed to use it?
There's like a QR code issue right now, so they need to update that commercial.
Oh, okay. Well, I just got it last night.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm not allowed to use that commercial any longer, folks.
We don't want to give you the wrong info.
So check out a video that we made with all last year's champions. All right, so looks like Jasmine's just getting set up. Let's see what's going on around the room. All right, Debbie Tykert is on the hill over the Croatian sensation Angela Janik. Nina Tani is up 2-1 over Ashley Rice. Shang, I can't say her name, I apologize.
Shui Ching Chang.
Yeah, I'm out on that. 2-1 over Lisa Cosette.
Just call her Pearl.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I forgot she has an American name. And Ilu Kibaragalu, don't yell at me, Ada, is 5-0 over the rhinestone Rachel Lang. Lori John Brown is 2-0 over Billy Billings. Looks like a Hall of Famer battle right there. Bean Hung is up 4-1 over Jumpin' Janet Atwell. And Joanne Mason Parker is taking a 3-0 lead over Tracy Cottrell.
Well, at least you're very consistent with Alu's name.
Well, that's the way she told me to say it. Keep our glue, I'll keep my glue. Now that's how I'll keep a raw glue, right?
Well, maybe she Americanized it for you.
Well, maybe that's because she knew I wouldn't be able to say it.
It's like Christina's Lateva Americanized her name.
Mm-hmm.
It's Latova, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, she, so that's exactly probably what happened, you know. But I like saying it that way. I actually think it rolls nicely.
So I think we should talk about our sponsors while the players are still on break.
There you go. Good call. Getting acclimated back in the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the 2025 Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort Masters event. Our sponsors, our tour sponsors, are Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, and as well as Aramith Balls. Big family custom creations and game on gear for all your apparel needs. The ICA training tool, check them out at icatraining.com. Professional How tips, as well as the How carbon fiber shaft. Super Shot Billiards, Kamui brand, Classic Billiards in Florida, and Castillo Leather Products, as well as the Perfect Rack, which is the official rack sponsor here at the WPBA. Looks like we got good timing. The ladies are back to their seats. Margarita to break. The score is 4-1 in favor of Jasmin Ouschan.
Well, people don't realize how important a break is sometimes. You might be getting anxious. You might want to reset your mental game here to make sure that you're in it. And I see a lot of amateur players, they forget to take a break and they're just getting all crazy when they're shooting and then they lose the match. Use the break, everybody.
So I do know that we have a couple matches that are behind in time. So there's a couple 2 p.m. matches that haven't started yet. So that means that unless a few matches get caught up, we may be a little behind for the 4 o'clock round as well.
Well, it's to be, how you say, to be expected when it comes to the B side. Everyone is fighting for their life. It's elimination time. So they want to make sure they make the best decisions possible. And sometimes it does take a little bit of time, especially if there's some traffic, some things to navigate, some difficult areas. It's not easy.
It is not. And I do see that there was some questions in the chat about the live streaming, and no, they are not streaming their own personal matches for this event. I don't know the details behind that. I am just the commentary. So you guys just stay tuned. I'm sure we've got more good action to go.
So if you're curious about what equipment these ladies are playing with, Jasmin Ouschan is playing with all Predator equipment, including a Predator Panthera Natar playing cue, Predator BK Rush break cue, and an Air Rush jump cue. Margarita is playing with a Viking Carmeli with a 12.25 white carbon shaft, and her breaking cue is a Viking with a white carbon with a 60 jump cue. Let's see. I think she got blocked. Yes, needs to kick at this one ball. Does she make it on the side? Nope. Well, this is a very tricky one ball here. Let's check out if it goes in the side. It's slightly ahead of the side. If she's feeling good, she can slice that in, and there's an opportunity for maybe a 2-9 combo if she's feeling very aggressive, or a natural shape to get to the 2. Well, she opted to go for a jail safe. I like this play. She's not taking any chances. She wants to secure her lead. So now Margarita is forced to have to kick, hopefully be able to kick safe. But she's kind of blocked off on a few of the avenues here. So there might be a question about kicking. There are a couple different systems you can use. One of them is feel, but looks like Margarita is really calculating. There's a way to mathematically do kicking, and there's so many resources on YouTube if you want to get better at kicking. At the high level, what you'll see here is that it's not enough to just hit the ball. You have to think about what part of the ball you're looking to hit so that you get a good resave. Another thing that can affect your kicking is the table speed. These tables were pretty much brand new prior to this event. So the ladies, as they play through the days, the table will start to slow down, but certainly fast cloth affects the kicking line as well. So Jasmin has ball in hand. She has an opportunity now to increase her lead. Everything's pretty wide open. I think the key ball here will be how she sets up for the 2 after this 1. And maybe the next opportunity for a key ball would be the 6 to the 8, because the 8's at the top end of the short rail there, unless she sees a 2-9 combo. But so many decisions here. This game is all about what options, and also what are your percentages. Some people prefer more follow, prefer more draw. There's nothing wrong with that. It's really about playing to your abilities. And as you grow as a player, that's going to change. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's like Jasmin is going to draw this, punch it off the rail. Just like that. She was a little bit awkwardly climbed up against the table, but she kept her forehand and just stroked through the ball. So thank you everyone for supporting. This is Ada Leo. We also have Lonnie Fox Raymond. She stepped away from the booth for a second. She'll be back. Now this is a very key shot, 6 to the 8. So pay attention to what she does. I mean, she can opt to draw it back. Some people have a very strong draw stroke and then get the cue ball back to the middle of the table where you have the most options. Or if you're feeling like follow is the best, you can try to follow 3 rails around and get position. Maybe even 4 if you're feeling very juicy with your stroke. She opted to just draw a little bit and kind of center draw. It wasn't like a huge draw, but it was perfect. Look at that. Correct side of the ball. She has to float this in, and she has the natural position for the 9. And there you go. Jasmin Ouschan has increased her lead 5 to 1. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
Let's take a quick look around the room. We've got a Hill thriller with Debbie Tykert against Angela Janik. We also have 3 to 2 Minatani over Ashley Rice. And more matches are happening at the same time. I couldn't get it to them all because we want to watch Jasmin break. Watch out for this one ball. Textbook went right into the side. She able to see this too. That's a good look at this too. And everything's spread open. So I don't anticipate any issues with her running this out. Her next ball is this pink 4 sitting by the lower right corner. And then after that will be the purple 5 by the side pocket. I would say the key ball would be the 7 to the 8, but at her level, I don't anticipate any issues. This is a 1-loss B-side match. The loser of this match will be unfortunately out of the tournament, and the winner of this match plays again at 9 o'clock. We have coming up winner side matches. So if you want to follow the progress of your favorite player, check out digitalpool.com and go for the tournaments tab, type WPBA, and then click on Soaring Eagle Masters as the first event that you see. And then you can see all the monsters that have entered this tournament and how they did. She's a little bit straight, so I'll be curious to see if she draws this back to get a little angle for this 8, or she decides to punch it. I feel like it really depends on the player preference. Like I said, some players do like draw better than they do follow, and others like follow better than draw. So excited to see all the people here supporting, watching. Please like and share and follow so we can continue to bring free streams of these ladies playing pool. And of course, the addition of Amazon Prime Video, where we're sharing this event there. In addition to Billiards TV and YouTube WPBA Billiards channel. They got back into the middle of the table. That's what you need to be aiming to do, middle of the table for the most options. And Jasmin Ouschan up 6-1 against Margarita Fefilova-Styer. Quickly checking around the room. Still Hill Thriller, Debbie Tyker and Angela Janik. Mina Tani increased her lead 4-2 over Ashley Rice. Choi Chang is up 3-2 against Lisa Cassette. Ailu Kibarlu is up 7-1 against Rachel Lang and on the hill. Lori John Brown is up 3-1 against Billy Billing. Bean Mensha Hung 5-1 against Janet Atwell, and Joanne Mason Parker is up 6-0 against Tracy Cantrell. So like I said, there's many more events happening in this calendar year. Up next is the WPA World 8-Ball Championships happening in Oneida Casino in Green Bay, Wisconsin, July 4th weekend. We also have in late August, Felt Billiards in Denver, Colorado. October is Bristol, Tennessee at Janet Atwell's room, Borderline Billiards. And then we also have in November, Brailyard Billiards in Louisville, Kentucky. And let's check out Margarita's break. She almost like made it in the side there with the 1 ball. Unfortunately, like it caught a point there and shot out. She was able to get another ball in, so she continues her turn at the table. But there is some congestion she's got to navigate around in the bottom corner here. Of course, like a good player like her, if she doesn't like to run out, she will play a save and will not hesitate. Sometimes you have to check your ego and pool, make the right decisions, not make the decision that you feel that would be, I don't know, at the time, like maybe you're feeling good, you're feeling your oats. Can't be feeling your oats.
Side match, the Tiger comes out on top, she will play again. Let's give Angela Janet a round of applause. The next match, about 2 minutes.
There's a question about events. Sometimes we have to move events because of conflicting events and dates, and we really try to do our best to accommodate what's going on with the players, with other events. And it's very tricky sometimes to nail down a date in a particular event. So what I can tell you is that Janet's event in Borderline Billiards is in October, and we have Railyard Billiards, Louisville, Kentucky in November. So I don't think that's moving at all. If you're looking to come support us, always love to meet the fans. Always great for the fans to see all these top women players in person. Please put it on your calendar. Welcome back, Lonnie.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everyone? Sorry, guys. Lots of moving parts here at this event, and I got yanked out for a couple products that needed to be signed, etc. All those things.
You're so popular.
I don't know about that. I just got a really cool signature now. I'm just kidding. I
That's
don't know
because
about
you
that.
have Fox in your name, and
I think
everybody
so.
wants to hang out with the Fox.
Yeah. So, speaking on the rail yard event, I know for a fact that the event was up with the Napa Nationals event. And so the room just wasn't spatially prepared to do it again with us because Napa needed more and we needed more. So it's easier if we split the weekends.
Oh, okay.
So it was more of a spatial thing. And then Janet, the dates worked great for Janet's event. So everybody was able to just flip flop.
There you go. Logistics.
Yeah.
That's a consideration.
All right. So what a great shot. It was a really good shot played by Jasmin there. I'm hoping that she has to go really far up in the air here.
No, I think it's distance. She can see the edge of it.
Oh, okay. So it was really just a half a ball or something. And yeah. Yeah, there you go. What's up, PA? All right. So there's lots of moving parts once again going on here at this event. Sorry about that, guys. I'm in and out a lot, and I'm actually still playing in the event. So there's just a lot of going on, you know.
You're still playing in the event? That's amazing. I am unfortunately out of the event.
Well, it's not exactly like there's any easy draws in this tournament, you know.
And some days you're just not playing well, and I just was not playing well.
Well, there's that too. All right, so Jazz makes a great shot on the 1, ends up clipping the top side of the 9, which doesn't get her in the proper window for the 2.
She can kick and stick now. Kick and stick.
Yeah, Briar Rose, we were also bummed about not being alongside Napa, but the dates just weren't working out. All right.
Lonnie's general answers.
Yeah, sorry, guys. So many things going on. I'm just trying to get acclimated to the stream again and to pay good mention to this fantastic match. So these two ladies on the B side is just unbelievable.
Yes, very unbelievable. The audience is so unbelievable that they're astounded that this matchup is happening on the B side. And you get to see all the VIPs watching and sitting. I feel like, there are a bunch of celebrities. Always appreciate the fans coming to watch.
I think they should snuggle up and get a little closer so we can get more people on the view. Well, the rail is full today. The rail is definitely full today.
I don't know. You think that might be like a distraction to have all those people sitting right alongside you like that? Eyeballs staring at you?
Nah. I don't mind it. So it looks like Savannah's getting ready to start her match. The assistant tournament director, Kathy Tishumper, is making some player announcements in the background just in case you guys can hear that. Looks like Jasmine's got to go over the edge of this 6 to make contact with the 2.
I think she's going to kick it.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice shot.
She's been playing some good jail saves.
Margaret's coming with all the tools.
She has to. She has to make a good hit and not give up ball in hand. Jasmin already has a huge lead. She needs to slow her down. Oh, ball in hand for Jasmin. Looking to increase her lead and get on the hill. So she's looking to follow this up and set up for the 3 ball in the bottom left corner. The 4 ball, pink 4, is hanging in the side pocket. So she needs looking to see how to get shape for that, like how she got behind that ball to make sure she landed correctly, giving herself that visual. Let's see if this purple 5 goes past that 9. I think the overhead view will give a good indication. Tough to see from this view.
A little short on that. A little bit short. She can back cut this ball to this lower left-hand pocket. She can find another safety. She's been really successful on her safeties.
Well, she's got to get an extension. She can't reach. It was nice to see your husband sitting there with the shot clock. Feel like the yesterday's view didn't have shot clock person.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. I feel as though somebody has moved it because yesterday I had it drop down where basically it cut their heads off.
Well, I feel like the view has changed since yesterday. The table was bigger in my opinion.
Yeah, I think someone has moved it a little. Oh, nice touch.
So much finesse.
Very nice touch.
And she still accelerated through that shot, even though it was a very finesse shot.
So she'll be kicking at this purple 5 ball. Ooh, nice try. Definitely a good effort there by Margarita.
For sure.
Testing stroke right here. Let's see. When Jasmine's stone cold, she drains this shot for sure. Looks like she's having a good match. All right, so she's opting for this safety. That's a great shot. Great selection. You know, she's in the lead. Why give away any free shots? I think that's a very smart decision.
She's making the right calls here. She doesn't want to get Margaret hot. Because, like, once Margaret starts going, there, then you have to worry about trying to slow down the momentum. That was very nice. She thinned it very
Oh, beautiful.
sharply there and got behind those balls as blockers.
I mean, she's got 2 balls between the object ball and the cue ball, and she's got a ball standing behind the cue ball, making the cueing awkward. So,
I think that she can jump over this 9 ball and see maybe the edge of that purple 5.
yeah, I'm not sure. These ladies are on a 40-second shot clock. I think she'll be kicking at this ball.
I feel like this is like the first time Margaret's had a really good look at a ball. So let's see if Margaret can get into a rhythm, take this rack, and work on increasing the score line. If you want to keep up with the latest events, you should go to wpba.com/events. That's where you have all the events. There may be some changes, so always refer to WPBA.com events page for what's next for us ladies.
Also, table 8 has completed with being object fencing.
Well, I think this six ball is slightly above the side pocket, so she's got to be careful about how to hit this ball and get shape for the brown 7 in the bottom short rail.
So it is just past the center of the pocket, so she is going to be back cutting this ball.
She's asking for an extension. This is a difficult shot. There's a lot going on because, number one, these side pockets are very tight, and then it's above the side pocket. So you have to back cut it, then worry about like not scratching and getting shape.
I actually thought initially she set up to do this right here. I thought that was her initial intention. And then she changed it, and then I think she went back after the extension, which I think was smart because the cue ball naturally with some draw falls right into the line of the 7.
The leading line.
Yeah.
Emily Duddy told me I need to speak more about the leading line.
I'm sure at some point we'll have Duddy in the booth too, so she can speak of the leading line herself.
She's a really good technical commentator.
She does a good job.
Yes.
All right, so this might get Margarita another rack on the board. And there you have it. She'll be racking for Jasmin to break. Score is 6-2 currently, and Jasmin Ouschan in the lead.
What's going on around the room right now?
I think actually this is kind of cool. So Joanne Mason Parker just completed her match, and she came out winner over Tracy Cantrell. And then someone else just finished their match. Who
I
are
think
we
it was
missing?
Alu.
Oh, Bean. Bean finished her match, defeating Janet Outwell. So Janet just had that wonderful match on the stream and turned around and was defeated by Bean. So let's see. I can tell you what the scoreline was. Let me check it out real quick for you guys.
Well, these ladies are no slouches.
No, and there's so many. It was 8-1, so Bean played exceptionally well. Alu did advance.
Since today is the B-side round, we started off with the 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. rounds. Some of the rounds have been a little bit delayed, so you may see that your favorite player is starting a little bit later than scheduled. It is what it is when it comes to tournament scheduling, especially these ladies are clawing their way back from any deficits and making sure that they play the best that they can on the one-loss side. I think Jasmine's going to want to bank this or play it safe. She could do a Z-shot safe where she sends the cue ball on the bottom short rail there and separates the cue ball.
Yeah, ultimately the goal would be to put the 1, bank it just short of the 6, and get it down to the end rail. She's going to do it by just 1 railing it around.
And using blockers.
Yeah, good shot. Catching that window between the 8 and 9 was impressive.
Regarding players at future events, not sure. It depends on if they accept the invite, which doesn't happen to a few months before the event. So we will always announce the players that are confirmed right before the event. So
yeah, we don't really, when it comes to the matches and the players and stuff, we don't really know until just a bit before. Now, occasionally the girls will let us know if they're coming in or not coming in, but at this point, you know, we're super focused on this event right here. And you guys just stay tuned. We always put the info out there.
yes. And of course, follow and share our social media accounts. We're very active on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course. So that's the best way to hear about any announcements.
All right, so it looks like Margarita's going at this ball. She's kicking for sure. It looks as though she may be trying to catch the line in between the 8 and the 9. And oh, so close. So close. Half a ball difference. She does clip and make that 3 maybe a tiny bit tougher, but not with ball in hand. So looks as though she's going to go ahead. Jasmin will just play this ball with some follow English, top of the cue ball. And she'll probably shoot a 3 into the side. Now, she may have enough of it to go for the corner, but I think the only reason that she would do that is simply because of trying to get to the pink 4 after the 3. So she needs to make sure she's in the proper line, and she may have overrun this a tiny bit.
I think she just floats this in, and she still is in a good shape for that pink 4.
Yeah, she's probably gonna roll this forward with some high ball, go to the rail and back out. Simply because it allows you to not decelerate at all in your stroke. Oh, she did roll it. Darn it.
She rolled it in. She was
These
on the
women.
rail. I think it's really hard to get pace when you're on the rail like that.
Yeah, she's Jazz, though, she usually doesn't roll the ball much. So I'm like, she got me. Kelly gets me a lot too. I'm always like, Kel.
Well, as obviously, Jasmine's not a one-trick pony here. She has diversity. She has different types of shots here, especially a rolling shot.
Okay, well, I'm going to fire myself for the day.
It's okay, Lonnie. You've exhausted your brain cells playing your previous round, and you're playing again, so please conserve your brain cells. I want to see good pool.
All right, so Jasmine's fell in that one weird spot where your cue ball is just, when you lay your cue on the table, you're going to catch a bit of the rail. It makes it very awkward to hold the cue. She's bridging nicely, though. She's got one of the best bridges in the business, though. She very steady, and she hits it great.
And she has great content on YouTube if you want to learn about fundamentals, different things to improve your game. And I especially enjoy that she highlights things that are a challenge for women and helps to make suggestions on what you could do differently.
All right, so she just pinches that ball in the corner, keeps the cue ball in the line of the 8.
2 more balls and she'll be on the hill. Is it going to stun it over for the 9 in the side pocket, you think? No.
Sure.
Stun it over for the bottom right pocket.
There you have it, folks. Jasmin Ouschan is on the hill. I'm going to take a quick break and throw out some of, let's try the Digital Pool commercial. Shout out to Digital Pool for supporting the WPBA.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, and we're back in action. Jasmin Ouschan is currently on the hill. This is a tough fade for Margarita Fefilova-Styer. Both of these ladies will, I do believe, are on the player list for the World 8-Ball Championships
Yes, indeed.
next month. Right. Oh, right. She needs a shot on the one, and I'm not sure.
She might have to kick it off the rail, spin it off the rail, or can elect to push out.
All right, so this shot's a little bit tricky in the fact that she tries to go rail first, because I do believe her line might put her right through the pocket.
I think the push out is the better shot here.
Yeah.
There is some traffic there in the left bottom corner here that she's got to figure out. I don't think this is like a tic-tac-toe kind of run out. It really requires some thought.
It's likely that she, depending on the angle that Jazz has, whether or not she may give it back.
I think it's, yeah, giving it back. You think she's gonna whip out the jump cue now?
No, I think she may have just put herself in a little better position. I don't know if she's opting to go rail first or if she's decided to play the kick safe. We'll know soon enough. Rail
Wow,
first.
what a shot.
I'm curious if she's behind the 9. Let's change the view a little. She is behind the 9. So there's a couple options here. Margarita jumps very well, so she could jump safe. She could jump for the bank. I like the jump safe a little bit better because of the position of the 3 ball.
It looks like the jump cue's out. It's Air Margaret.
She could also potentially kick at this and try to get the cue ball hitting the, in our view, the left side of the 2 and try to get the cue under the pink 4, but looks like she's got something in mind already.
I feel like that particular defensive shot is a lot of elements that need to come together, and you don't hit it correctly, it's gonna open everything up.
Nice attempt. Nice shot. She overcut the 2 on the jump, but
I don't think she has a shot to make this. Jab is gonna have to play it safe. She could do a stop shot and send the cue ball all around the table and get behind the pink 4.
just like that. Jail time.
Jail time, my favorite. There's an art for this. Jail time. Oh.
We both said, oh.
Oh.
Don't go in there. It's dark in there.
I feel like her kicking is a little bit off today. She's just looking uncomfortable in this particular match.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So anybody who's curious, we got some 4 o'clock B-side matches coming up next. Those will be our next matches. And then there is...
Who is our next stream match?
Our next stream match, I believe... I knew it at one point. I really did.
I think it's still one loss side.
We're still on the 1 loss. Yes.
Yes.
For the 4 o'clock round. They're putting Silviano Liu and Kaylee McIntosh at 4 o'clock.
Wow.
Kaylee hasn't been on the stream yet, so I think they're going to bring the natural, get her in here.
I like the variety of players you're featuring on the live stream.
Well, we try to do a little bit of everybody in the early stages, especially because everyone has sponsors. But we're at the business end, we're going to see our stars. So when we get to the point where we're in the business end of the tournament, our stars are going to be present,
You mean the money rounds? That's tomorrow.
So today is the grind day. Tomorrow is moving day,
Moving day.
and Sunday is money day.
No, I think you get money on
You,
Saturday.
you do well, yes. I'm just saying. That's what I call them. Yes. So, yeah. I think the 4 o'clock round is correct for the B side.
I think Jasmine is going to be out with these 3 balls, and then it'll be done so. What's your opinion?
Well, it's looking promising for Jasmin, that's for sure. Our 7 o'clock round is pretty exciting as well. We've got a great match coming to the stream table. We're going to feature Monica Webb and our world #1, Christina Tkach.
I feel like every round is
They're
exciting.
all good, right?
Yeah.
They're all good in this tournament.
I'm in the room and I'm feeling whiplash because there's so much to watch.
Actually, so many people actually have messaged me a bunch of statistics, etc., over this event, and one of the statistics that was sent to me was that to date, our highest like average Fargo in our events today or to today, this event has the highest average Fargo rate per event of any event we've ever held.
That's amazing.
Starting back at 2024. I mean, we just started, talking about Fargos. All right, so everybody, congratulations to Jasmin Ouschan. She will advance. She will be playing
A 9 o'clock round.
She's into the 9 o'clock round. Who is Jasmin's opponent going into the 9 o'clock round? Jasmin's advancing. She is going to play the winner of Mina Tani and Ashley Rice, and currently that score is 7-2 in favor of Mina. So there's that. So Jasmin will be back in action at 9 o'clock tonight.
Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Margarita.
Yeah, Margarita didn't have the best showing at this event, but she definitely had a tough draw. She ended up finishing 33rd through 48, which is not a common finish for Miss Margarita, so I'm sure she'll be back with a vengeance. All right, guys, we're going to reset the event. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the 2025 Soaring Eagle Masters.
Thanks to Aramith, Simonis, Diamond, and Soaring Eagle for their support. Thank you for watching. This is Ada Leo, guest commentating for this match, and of course, voice of the stream, Lonnie Fox Raymond. Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll see you soon.